Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast with Phil Graham. We help you master Facebook ads and give you an unfair advantage over your competition. Are you ready? Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast, episode 355. I'm Phil Graham. Today, I'm going to be sharing and teaching you my innovative three-step Facebook and Instagram ads funnel for 2024. Now, this thing is not only innovative, but it is really, really powerful. And I can't wait to share it with you guys today. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. We definitely did. Did a lot of family stuff, did some boxing, some good workouts. So it's a great time of year. I can't believe it's not that far off from spring. What is this, February 27th, 2024? I think we're only about a month away from spring. That's crazy. So I hope you guys are doing amazing. I wanted to give you a quick PSA before I jump into the content, because I've seen so much crap out there. I see so many people getting ripped off. I don't want that to happen to you. There's a million different scams out there, but one that's really common that I see a lot of are these people saying, hey, you could start an agency and just make, 10 grand a month with the snap of your finger, working 10 seconds a day, and it's super easy, blah, blah, blah. And it'll be usually tied to some kind of software, whether it's Go High Level or ClickFunnels or something else, which by themselves, the software is fine. But so many of the people promoting them are very scammy because of the commissions. And I see over and over again, people that literally have no experience that are promoting this. And then guess what? They tell you to go get customers, even though you don't know how to do anything, and then go run ads for them or go do SEO for them or go do this or do that, even though you don't know what you're doing. And so I'm saying this on two levels. Number one, please don't fall into that trap of getting services from somebody like that who doesn't know what the hell they're doing. And number two, please don't fall into that trap of thinking you can just go easily snap your fingers and earn 10 grand a month or whatever per month, doing basically nothing with no expertise and having it sound easy, because none of that is true. Is there a ton of potential in the world? Yes. I love helping people succeed, but I'm not going to sell you some BS scammy get rich quick crap that all these people do. So please be very careful. I don't want you to get taken advantage of. I talk to people all the time that lose time and money from this stuff instead of focusing and building a real business. So don't let that be you. Now, if you guys are looking to learn Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and really just marketing in the right way, I would love to work with you, either one-on-one coaching, which I feel is the best way to learn this stuff. Or if you don't want to learn it, you'd rather just have somebody run your ads for you, somebody that you trust. For either one of those things, you can go to my website, philgrahamdigital.com, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital. Let's connect. We can set up a short Zoom call and go from there. Also, don't forget that we have started putting all the show notes from each episode on our website, philgrahamdigital.com. We're going to be building that out even more and putting all the previous episodes in there as well. So lots of improvements, but show notes are now on the site. All right, let's jump into my innovative three-step Facebook ads funnel for 2024. I love this funnel. It's so powerful. It's really simple, but very, very powerful. And really, what are the goals of this? Number one, we want to create and generate more leads and then turn those leads into customers and clients. We also want to really stand out from all the noise and separate ourselves, differentiate, stand out from all those spammers, all the crappy ads, and help you stand out from your competitors as well. And then lastly, we really want to spend our money smart and do this as inexpensively as possible. This funnel, like I said, is simple but powerful, but it's very different than what most people do. It's easy to talk about, but very few people actually do it. And out of the few who actually do it or try it, very, very few actually do it well or successfully. So it's a matter of combining knowing what to do and how to do it with skill. Just like, again, playing basketball. You know how to play basketball probably, but that doesn't mean you can go play in the NBA. That's different. But when you combine high level skill with this knowledge, that's a great combination. The good news is very few people, no matter how much they want, can go play NBA basketball at that level of skill. But when it comes to becoming skilled at running ads, almost anybody, just about anybody, could become highly skilled in running ads and marketing and business. So that's why I love this kind of stuff. So these are our goals. This is not about spamming. In fact, it's the opposite of spamming. We don't want to do that. We want to build awareness, build attention, and really generate and demonstrate credibility and trust first before asking for anything from your audience. In fact, even before asking for an email address. Value, attention, credibility, trust. Do that first. Another important part of this is differentiation. You got to be different. You got to stand out from all the noise, from all the scammers out there, and from all your competition. And I would highly recommend using video ads and really leveraging those for the best results. You could also do this with images, but it's so much better and so much easier on many levels when you use video. So I would definitely use video for these 3 steps without a doubt. Okay, let's jump right in. Step number 1 in my 3-step funnel is the top of the funnel cold audiences. Now, what we want to do is we want to get broad attention via what I call either trend jacking or news jacking. So what does that mean? I've done episodes on this before on philgrahamdigital.com/podcast. I will link to my trend jacking episode so you can check it out. But essentially, you should think about an ad that has content that is relevant to something that's either in the news or trending in your industry right now. And that doesn't have to be globally. It could be even just in the news as it relates to your industry or even your city if you're a local business. There's lots of different ways to go about it, or something that people are talking about right now. And when you use that angle, there's a good chance it's going to get more attention. So you're going to use that as your hook for your content in this top of the funnel cold audience step 1. Once you hook them with that angle, you're obviously going to have to talk about whatever your value is, whatever you're going to either teach them or inspire them with in your ad. And obviously that's going to differ depending on who you are, what kind of business you are, and many other factors. But once you hook them with that, and it has to make sense, you can't just talk about a trend or something in the news and then have it not make sense to what you're talking about. You have to bridge those two. But when you do, in the rest of your video, you then go on and you give some value, you inspire people, you educate, you teach somebody something or show them something, and you demonstrate your credibility. And again, what that looks like for you is going to be wildly different than what that looks like for somebody else, because it really depends on your kind of business, what you sell, whether it's a product or service or something else. So I can't be specific without knowing you personally. If you were a client, I could help you develop that. But with that being said, you want to think of something you can create in a video that will help your audience. It's not selling. We are not selling in this first ad in step 1. We're just getting awareness, attention, and building credibility and giving value. Okay, once we've had step 1 going for at least a couple weeks, we should have a decent amount of people in our retargeting funnel. It does depend on your budget. You can do this with any budget, of course. But after about a couple weeks, then I would add in step 2. And step 2 is the middle of the funnel retargeting. So what we want to do is we're going to have a lot of people at the top of the funnel from our step 1 ad or ads. You can do multiple ads, of course, in step 1. You can target multiple audiences and things like that. But we're going to have a lot of people in our retargeting that we now need to segment. So step 2 is about segmenting that attention into something. So segment it either into a pain point, an ad angle, or even a specific product or service. So for example, I'm just going to use a basic example. Pretend like you were a gym or a personal trainer. And in step 1, you were broadly talking about general health and fitness. Well, in step 2, you would want to find out who's interested in weight loss versus who are the other people that might be interested in building muscle And then you might also want to find the people that are interested in longevity or mental health or whatever the case may be. There's going to be different reasons why people would want to either go to a gym or hire a personal trainer. And it's not always the same. You got to find out who it is for these different people. So what I would do in this example for step 2 is I would figure it out. This would be by pain point or even service or product. I would have separate video ads for each different angle or pain point. So I would create one for weight loss. I'd create a different one for building muscle, another one for longevity, another one for mental health, etc. So that would be really, really valuable to put these people into segments so that you know the people that are in your retargeting audience, you can know what they're most interested in by the actions they take on the ads that they're engaging with and not engaging with. That becomes insanely valuable because then as you're retargeting, especially as you get to step 3, you're going to be talking to them about something that is very specific to their wants and needs and desires versus what most people do is just spray and pray. They just literally just talk about everything to everyone, and it doesn't work very well. So this is really, really powerful. So the key is for your business, you have to figure out what are the different pain points that you solve or different ad angles you could use. Or again, it could be different products or services that you offer. You want to segment from step 1. You're doing that in step 2 with these ads. So in step 2, make a video ad for each different thing. And I would have anywhere from 2 to 5 different ones and make them very specific to each individual pain point or product or service or ad angle that you're segmenting to. And in that video, it should only talk about that one pain point, and that's it. Don't talk about anything else. So step 2, you're going to have anywhere from 2 to 5 different videos, and your audience is going to be retargeting everyone who did something in step 1. They either watched your video ad and or they clicked and engaged with it and or they clicked and went to your website. All of those people would be targeted in step 2 in that middle of the funnel retargeting. Now we have the final step, step 3, and this is the bottom of the funnel retargeting. So at this point in step 1, we got a large, broad audience in a very smart way. In step 2, we segmented them into different buckets so you know what they're most interested in. Now, step 3, we're going to retarget each individual segment with specific ad copy that's only about that segment, whether that's a pain point, an ad angle, or a product or service. And we're going to send them to a landing page that is also segmented, that's very specific to that one thing. It's laser focused on just that one topic, that one angle, or that one product or service. And the ads for step 3, this is where you can do the selling, whether you're selling something specifically or your call to action is for a landing page that has a lead magnet where you're going for an email. This is where you do it. And that's where you can really do amazing things. So whatever pain points or products or services you're focusing on in step 2, you want to create an audience out of each one of those. And you can create an audience out of the videos they watched. It could be just one specific video, or if you did 2 or 3 videos for each one, for each pain point, you can include those. And then you segment that out in step 3 and then give them a specific ad with a call to action only talking about that pain point. And I would do that for each of the 2 to 5 different pain points or segments that you have built up now. Now that is an amazing 3-step funnel, you guys. It does take some work. It takes a little bit of learning. You got to have some skill to do it, but anybody can learn this stuff and anybody can do this stuff right. And it can become very, very powerful when you do. So my friends, I highly recommend you guys put this into action because it is really cool and you could be amazed by what happens. If you have questions about this or you want to get in touch, philgrahamdigital.com is the website, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital. Would love to connect with you. Episode 355 is in the books. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will talk to you on next week's episode. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast. Please remember to subscribe and share this with all your friends. For show notes, more tips, and to learn more about Phil, please visit philgrahamdigital.com/podcast.